A report over the weekend got a whole lot of people anxious. People who have been covering and researching the drone activity or allegedly drone activity happening in New Jersey and across the country. Well, there was a report that said that nuclear waste material had been lost. Where? In New Jersey. It's like, oh, this is it. This is what they were talking about. And by they, I mean those who are referring to the theories that either a dirty bomb of some sort, a radioactive nuclear waste material, or an actual nuclear warhead itself from Ukraine, that's why there's all these drones. They're sniffers. They're supposedly out there seeking to find this radioactive material, these dirty bombs, these nuclear bombs, whatever it is that they're looking for. And when people saw, oh my gosh, you mean they lost radioactive material? Radioactive waste material in New Jersey? This has got to be the big one. Well, some people did their research and then dismissed it immediately. Why? Because the event happened on December 3rd. Well, what does that tell us? Since the drone activity has been happening since at the latest, since mid-November, well, this might not be it. And the other reason those who looked into it sort of dismissed it, many of them did, was because it was a small amount, a very small amount of germanium-68 that was being transported. Not enough to register. It was listed as a non-emergency on the required report. Okay, so a lot of people started down that road and then thought, nah, this couldn't be it. They dismissed it. Then there were other people, other conspiracy theorists, who said, oh, no, wait, this could be used. I saw one person who said, you could take this germanium-68 and you can expand it and turn it, and it percolates and homogenizes and whatever. You can turn it into a dirty bomb in like 4 weeks. It's like, okay. Well, yeah, that's a possibility, but I think there's another possibility. And to me, given everything that we've seen, it's the right one, or maybe not the right one, but it's plausible. It's viable. This could be what's happening. But let's first get some background information. An article that we have over at basedunderground.com. This is by the New American. Nuclear Regulatory Commission reports missing radioactive waste material. The U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission released an event notification report on December 13th announcing that a radioactive pin source was reported missing on December 3rd. A pin source is a tiny radioactive pin used to calibrate medical imaging scanners. The germanium-68 waste material was being transported for disposal and went missing while in transit in Newfield, New Jersey. According to the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection, the shipment container arrived at its destination damaged and empty. The event report said the missing material contained a very small amount of radioactive material. This material event contains a less than Cat 3 level of radioactive material. So it's like, okay, well, this is evidence that it couldn't be that, right? Because it's too small, happened too late, just a coincidence. But as we know, there are no coincidences. Well, let's assume, this is where if you need to go find your tinfoil hat, go ahead and do so. Get that on ASAP. If we assume that one of, or more than one possibly, of the theories that have been floating around for a week now, the theories that say that there is either a dirty bomb or dirty bomb material or nuclear material of some sort that could be used for a nuclear bomb or maybe a nuclear warhead itself is somewhere in or around New Jersey or possibly could have been transported to California or the West Coast somewhere or anywhere else where we're seeing these drones. Okay? If that's the case, if that's reality, government starts looking for it in early November. They realize that what they have available to them, the drones they have on hand, it's not enough. They're already getting reports. People are already asking questions. So it's like, well, they're going to ask questions either way. They're already talking about these SUV-sized drones flying around. We're getting news reports about it. We might as well just get the job done. So we need to go out and get a lot more of these drones. But if to do this, we have to file the proper reports so that red flags don't raise, so that alarms aren't going off. We can't just go, hey, we need all these things out there, and we can't tell you what it's for. There are certain protocols that even our own stupid government has to do, and That's one of them. You have to announce the reason for it. So they made up a reason. They said, oh, well, yeah, we lost some germanium-68 on December 3rd, so we need, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 800 drones, something like that. And you might say, well, wouldn't somebody question it? No, not if the paperwork's filed. They don't care. They don't care what the details are. Nobody's sitting, these are government employees. They're not sitting there thinking, oh, well, let me dig deeper into this and make sure that everything is, no, it's like, okay, paperwork's filed in Triplicate. Good, here's your drones, requisition, go take this to the whoever, and they'll get your drones set up. Happy hunting. I'm not trying to downplay, by the way, if you work in the government, I'm not saying you're that person. I'm saying if you are in the government, you probably are very well aware that there are many people out there working with you who fit under that description with my insulting accent that I just used. Point being is that if I were to hunt for a nuclear bomb or a dirty bomb, and if I didn't want to alert the general public, which obviously they don't, and if I wanted to get enough drones it's going to cause a fuss, but if we're going to do this, we might as well do it all the way. No half measures. So let's get some drones. We're going to have to file a report. We're going to have to make up something in order to say this is why we need them. That way we can tell people this is why we need them, but we can't tell you anything else. It's top secret. You can't just go straight in with top secret. You got to give them something, a report, a reason. That's what I believe this radioactive waste material report is. That's not the big one. The big one was already taking place. This is just the paperwork version of calling for reinforcements. You can find my channels, my articles, my socials at jdrucker.com/find. That's jdrucker.com/find.